Hello Cap, welcome to your reading for mid-April. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. Alright Cap, I am primarily a love reader. That's what I'm going to focus on. And if anything else shows up, I will address it, of course. We will start off with a couple of oracle cards, and towards the end of the reading I will pull a few cards from the universe just to connect the dots. Now if this reading does indeed resonate with you, then any interaction with it, whether it's a like or a comment or a subscribe, will not only help my channel grow, it's going to add your energy to the collective pool, which in turn will make it easier for me to read for everyone just a little bit better. Okay, let's see what we have. We have Mars for your astrology card. And we have Sunstone. Wow, there's a lot of fire in this reading already. Deep knowing and sacral chakra. The sacral chakra has to do with sexuality to an extent. It has to do with creativity again to an extent. The solar plexus deals with that as well. But the sacral chakra is what helps bring confidence into your psyche. All right, it gives you that surety in your actions. I will refer to the book, but there is something about being absolutely certain about a certain direction that you want to follow. Now with Mars, that's pretty much saying the same thing. We have move forward and defend self, and Mars is in Cancer at the moment. Mars does not like being in Cancer. It is debilitated there. So there is a touch of passive aggression in the air, because Mars being the planet of war and passion and action and movement and energy, it doesn't like being in the free-flowing and fluid sign of Cancer. That's water energy. Mars is fire, right? This is yang. But let's see what we have with Sunstone. This is a new deck for me, so I'm going to grab the book. Alright, so it says, deep knowing is intuitively based knowledge on a profound level of trusting your gut, of trusting all your senses, and trusting what cannot always be tangibly seen. And I don't know who I was mentioning this to, but someone got the third eye, right? And I was talking about how the third eye is not related to the mind, even though it's located on your forehead, because the third eye doesn't keep into account logic and facts. It is based on your gut, on your inner knowing. This is that gut, right? Your intuition to an extent stems from your sacral. This deep knowing, this understanding that, all right, this is my blueprint, this is the plan of action, this is the way I need to move forward. There's something about centering yourself, Cap, because again, like I said, Mars is debilitated at the moment till it enters Leo around the 20th of May. That is when it's going to be comfortable in a fire sign. But let's see what your tarot says. Whoop. Now I just got back from Italy and I got these beautiful handmade leather cards. I thought I'll get an overarching theme just to kickstart your reading. We have Il Matto, which is the Fool. Again, this is that energy of taking that leap of faith, having that inner knowing, taking a trust fall with the universe that I will land safely, right? The Fool takes a jump off a cliff. It doesn't know if it's going to land on a cloud or on a rock, but it takes that leap of faith regardless. So there is something that your intuition is telling you here, Cap. We will see. I feel like you're trusting it, you're listening to it, you're moving full steam ahead. But there is a defense, right? This defend self. There's something that's holding you back at the same time. Let's see. You see that. I don't know if you'll be able to notice it. You see that dog that's biting his leg? That is giving me that nagging doubt. You know how we feel like we know what we're doing? But there's that little bit of that nagging bug that prevents you from putting all your energy into it. That's what I'm feeling right here. Though your intuition may be screaming at you, there is a bug. we have justice, understanding, and karmic balance, Libra energy. All right, let's get a few more. Fairness, I'm getting you need something to be balanced, you need something to be fair. We have the Nine of Cups. Contentment and satisfaction. Interesting. There's something right here, or someone who brings you a whole lot of joy, Cap, because the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfilled for self, right? This is not the Ten of Cups. This doesn't integrate two people. This is your own happiness. Then we have the Queen of Swords, self-reliant and perceptive. That's very interesting. I feel like you are showing up very independent within your relationship or relationships, whatever it may be for you. I feel like some of you may have been disappointed in the past where your needs were not met, which is why we have the Justice card. And I feel like you're tired of putting that expectation on other people, because it may have always led to disappointment for you, which is why we have the Nine of Cups right here and not the 10. So you're not expecting someone else to fulfill your wishes, you're doing it for yourself. That's what the Queen of Swords does, right? No gender in tarot. This is, again, air energy. We have Libra energy twice. You are self-reliant. You are perceptive. You're functioning more from a place of, well, intuition, of course. And a lot of people don't realize, if you're familiar with the original Rider-Waite, the Queen of Swords has a rosary around her wrist, right, with her hand out. And that rosary represents spirituality. And she is a highly intuitive queen. Though she is the queen of air, the queen of the mind, but her intuition is always on point. Then we have the Chariot, which has been showing up a lot, I cannot even. And it's because Mars is in Cancer. This is a Cancer card. Direction and willpower. So you see, it's almost like the minute you take the focus off other people, right, to fulfill you, you have a clear direction as to where to go, because there are no variables affecting your future. That's what I'm getting here. This Il Mato, it has a dog as a companion, but literally he's traveling alone. I'm not saying you're single. I'm not saying you're in, want to be separated from whoever you're with, but there is no codependency here, which I'm loving. It's almost like someone may have been holding you back. There's a touch of selfishness and narcissism that I'm experiencing here, where you were left to fend for yourself, and that's not right. So you're just moving, there's movement here. You're trying to seek this karmic balance for yourself. Six of Swords, resolution and moving on. You can't make this up. You can't. The Six of Swords is the energy of moving on from short-sightedness, right? Moving on from the mentality of instant gratification. You being ruled by Saturn, you think of the long term, right? You do not need that instant gratification. You're willing to wait for your rewards. I feel like whoever it is that you were dealing with was short-sighted. Not biologically, I don't mean medically, but they weren't thinking of the future. Which is why we have two cards of movement. The Chariot, which is the fastest moving energy in the tarot, and the Six of Swords. The Traveler, the Fool is a traveler. Some of you could literally be traveling, because that is a wish fulfilled for you. You want, there's a solo trip or something on the horizon where you can feel comfortable in your own skin without having to please other people. And then we have the Four of Wands, beautiful, prosperity and harmony. Again, you remember what I said about longevity. The Four of Wands is, who was I saying this to? It's almost like, imagine your heart running a cross-country race, right? It's tired, but it's finally reached the finish line. This is permanence. It could be a twin flame card, 1111. Again, those connections are incredibly rare. So make sure you are in one before you kind of start looking at twin flame readings, because those connections can be incredibly painful. And again, they're incredibly rare. But the Four of Wands talks about things that are permanent, right? The four walls of a home, the four seasons, the four cardinal directions. There's an unchangingness about the Four of Wands, even though it is fiery. This sense of direction that you have, that is stemming from your gut, This sense of direction has come after a whole lot of contemplation. I'm getting Hermit energy, even though I don't have the Hermit right here. We have the Queen of Cups, again, who is very intuitive. Again, more Cancer energy. You see, and then the Ace of Wands, how beautiful. Five of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Something threatened judgment. Something threatened your stability, which is why you are not content here. Mars in Cancer, like I said, can be passive aggressive, but Mars in Cancer can also heighten your intuition. It can help you be a little more vulnerable and operate from a place of the heart and from a place of compassion and empathy for self, even others. But there's an assertion here that I'm getting. There's a deep knowing that you don't belong here. There's something that you're running away from, flying away from. All right, where is my deck? Okay, let's see what the universe has. I can't stop looking at this. Move forward and defend self. I feel like you're tired of defending yourself. You're tired of explaining yourself to people or to whoever it is that you are dealing with, which is why the Queen of Swords is here. You're drawing boundaries. There is passion. I see passion at the bottom of the deck. I see love. I see your heart wanting to be open and be free. But there's a restriction right here. Even though I don't see it in the cards, I'm feeling it. We have the Star. You have a wish. Aquarius energy. You have a wish. And you're very sure about that wish. And because you are sure about that wish, it's like, I keep thinking of that quote that Chris from Pavani and I'm always says, change your focus, change your fortune. You are changing your focus, right? You're shifting your focus from something that was draining you to the future. Just saw the Seven of Cups, something that was draining, something that was very confusing. The Ace of Cups, how beautiful. And that's what happens. The universe rewards you. We have the Nine of Cups and we have the Ace of Cups. When we reach that place of self-fulfillment with the Nine of Cups or the Nine of Pentacles, the 10th cup or the 10th pentacle is offered as an ace by the universe because we've done the work, right? You can't jump to the 10 of Pentacles or the 10 of Cups without doing the work. You've done the work. This is a beautiful new start in love for you with the Ace of Cups, because you are self-fulfilled. You don't need anybody to fill your cup. You've been filling your own cups with the Nine of Cups. You know what I mean? But with the Star and the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups, if you're wishing for a new start in love, it's coming. Look at these three cards. It's insane. And the Four of Wands again. How beautiful. Cap. The Four of Wands on the Four of Wands. This is that permanence that you're looking for. That security. I mean, regardless of gender, you are the King of Pentacles archetype, which is it's a very unchanging king. It's a very traditional king. It's a very traditional archetype. But it's someone who's very sure about what they want. You are very sure about what you want. I was surprised to see so much fire starting your reading. But that fire is there for a reason, because you are sure about what you want now. You're not letting anybody else influence your energy. Right? You remember what I said about the short-sightedness. There's the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Wow. Page of Pentacles and the Hierophant. You're learning to keep these energies at bay. People who disrupt your blueprint for the future. And if anyone knows how to make plans, it is you, Cap. There is someone out there who was disrupting your plans for the future. No more. You're taking matters into your own hands and creating a beautiful reality for yourself. This is stunning. Confide in yourself. All right? Your gut knows things that your conscious mind may not. Take a deep dive. All right? Deep dive. Queen of Cups. All right, that was it, Cap. I hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.